Hello children, I hope all of you studied about transversal, angles formed by transversal and the properties of parallel lines. Okay, so before starting with our exercise 7.2, I would like to tell you that please solve mental maths problems which are given on page number 134 and 141 in your textbook with pencil. Okay. Okay, then we'll solve with our exercise 7.2. See our first question. Identify whether the line T is transversal to other lines in the following figures. So in the first figure you can see here this is line T. Okay, so can you say that it's a transversal? What do you think? So you can say that this line T is a transversal. Why? Because this is intersecting to other two lines in two different points. So you can say that this line T is a transversal. I'll see the second one, B. Is line T transversal? Obviously you can see these two are parallel lines and this is your third line T, which is intersecting that two lines in two different points. So that's why T is a transversal. Now next, see in the seventh one, line T, is it transversal? No, these are said to be intersecting lines, right? There should be two or more than two lines for transversal, for identifying the transversal. So here these are said to be intersecting lines. Got it? So here T is not a transversal. Now see dth one. In dth one, obviously see 1, 2, 3, 4 lines are there, and you can say that this line T is a transversal because this T is intersecting at 4 different points to these 4 lines. Okay, so T is a transversal over here. Similarly, in next question, E1C, is this line T transversal? No, these lines are said to be concurrent lines, right? Because all these lines are meeting at a single point, right? So T is not a transversal over here, right? Now see the F1, these two are lines, parallel lines, and this is a transversal T. Can you say that it's a transversal line T? Yes. Here this line T is said to be transversal because this line T is intersecting at two different points to the other two lines. Getting my point? So here T is a transversal. Now we'll see our next question. Question number 2. Find the value of x in the following figure if P is parallel to Q. So here these two P and Q, these two lines are parallel. Okay, and this is third line, that is R. Okay, I noted as R. So this is your transversal, and this angle is given as 5x, this angle is given as 3x. So we are going to find out the value of x. So how can we find out? See here, P parallel Q, this is given, and R is a transversal, right? So can we add these two angles? As you can see that these two angles, these are exterior angles which are lying on the same side of the transversal, right? So we saw the properties of parallel lines, right? So these are exterior angles on the same side of transversal. That means these are supplementary. That means addition of these two is equal to 180 degrees. So 5x plus 3x is equal to 180 degrees, right? Because exterior angles on the same sides of a transversal. Got it? So we'll solve this now. 5x plus 3x, that is equal to 8x. 8x is equal to 180 degree, right? So 8 will transpose. So x is equal to 8 is multiplied here. After transposition it will get divided. So 180 upon 8. Alright, both these numbers are divisible by 4. So we'll be getting 45 upon 2, that is equal to, we can convert this into improper fraction, right? This is an improper fraction. We can convert it into mixed fraction. So 22 1 by 2 degree. So x is equal to 22 1 by 2 degree. Now I'll see, dth one. We'll see dth one. See, this is your diagram, right? See diagram neatly, and what is given over here? Here P and Q are parallel, okay, and T and U are parallel. These two things are given to you. See in your diagram in your textbook. Okay, that means P and Q, these two are parallel, and T and U, these two are parallel. And what they said? They said to find out value of x. Okay, so what we'll do, first we'll consider this P and Q, these are parallel, and T, this T is a transversal, we'll consider. Okay, so here if you observe these two angles, if P and Q are parallel and this is your transversal, so these are forming corresponding angles. Observe this neatly. So y is equal to 55 degrees. Clear? Because we saw the properties of parallel lines. So corresponding angles are equal. That means y is equal to 55. So here y is equal to 55. Why? Because these are corresponding angles. Got it? This is your equation number 1. Now we'll see the second pair, T parallel Q. Sorry, T parallel U, and Q is your transversal. This line will be a transversal because these two lines are parallel, right? So which you can consider as transversal, this line Q, right? So again, if you observe these two angles neatly, these are also corresponding angles, and we know the properties of parallel lines. That means these two are equal, right? That means x is equal to y, right? X is equal to y, right? And in the first equation we found the value of y, that is 55. That means the value of x is also 55. So x is equal to 55 from 1. Got it? Now let's see each one. Here P and Q are parallel. On this third line R is a transversal, and here this angle is x plus 20 and this angle is 3x plus 4. So first observe that what kind of angles are these. These are alternate exterior angles. Can you see? These are alternate exterior, lying on the outside, right? Exterior part of these two parallel lines, right? And on the opposite side of each other. So these are alternate exterior angles. And we saw the properties of parallel lines. So alternate exterior angles are equal if these two lines are parallel, right? That means x plus 20 is equal to 3x plus 4. So we'll get the equation over here, x plus 20 is equal to 3x plus 4, right? So we'll use transposition. Okay, variables will write on left hand side, constants will write on right hand side. So after transposition, x minus 3x is equal to, this 4 will remain as it is, this plus 20 become minus 20. So x minus 3x, that means 1 minus 3, that is minus 2. So minus 2x is equal to 4 minus 20, that is minus 16. Now I'll transpose this minus 2, right? So minus 2 is multiplied over here. After transposition it will get divided. So minus 16 upon minus 2, that is equals to 8. So here x is equal to 8 is the answer. Now see G1. In G1, see P and Q are parallel lines and R is a transversal. Again one more line is drawn over here, and these two angles are given to you. This angle is of x degree and this is of 70 degree. Okay, and this angle is given, that is 120 degree. Okay, and we are going to find out the value of this x. Okay, so how can we find out? See, as you can see in your diagram, if this is given as x, so this will be also x. This is given as 70, so this angle will be also 70. Why? Because they are forming vertically opposite angles. So either you can add all these 4 angles. See, if I'll add all these 4 angles, so it will become 360 degrees. So x plus 70 plus x plus 70 is equal to 360. Okay, you can solve it, you will get the answer. Or the another way is that we can see that these two, 120 and this angle, are you getting my point? These two are corresponding angles and P and Q are parallel, right? If P and Q are parallel, R is a transversal, and these two are corresponding angles are forming over here. That means these two are equal. So we can say that here P is parallel, Q and R is a transversal. So from the figure, see, 120 is equal to 70 plus x, or x plus 70. So we can transpose this 70. So 120 minus 70 is equal to x, right? This x will remain as it is. We'll subtract these two, we'll be getting x is equal to 50. So anyhow you can find out the value of x. Okay. Now let's see question number 3. Check whether P parallel Q in the following figures. So this is the figure given to you, right? Here P, Q, these two lines are there, and R is a transversal, as you can see over here, and this angle is given as 65, right? Each one I'm talking about. So this angle is given as 65 and this angle is given as 95. Okay, this angle is given as 95. So we'll check whether P and Q are parallel. Okay, how can we check it? We saw the properties of parallel lines, so we'll apply that properties over here. So here this angle is 95, that means this angle, right? This is vertically opposite angle, so this will be also 95, right? Now you can see that these two are interior angles lies on the same side of a transversal, right? So addition of these two, if the addition of these two will be 180, right? If the interior angles lies on same side or supplementary, then these given lines are said to be parallel, otherwise not. So I'll add these two. 65 plus 95 will be getting as 170, right? Is it? Sorry, it will be 160, right? So 65 plus 95 is equal to 160, so which is not equal to 180, right? That means interior angles on the same side of a transversal are not supplementary. That means line P and Q are not parallel. Clear? Similarly, you can see B1, P and Q are, these two lines are given to you, and R is a transversal. This angle is given as 85, this angle is given as 105, right? So again, these are exterior angles lies on same side of a transversal. So if these two are supplementary, that means the given lines are parallel, otherwise not, according to the properties of parallel lines, right? So from the figure, given angles are exterior angles, so we'll add them. 85 plus 105, addition is 190, which is not equal to 180, right? That means these two are not supplementary. So exterior angles on the same side of a transversal are not supplementary, and therefore line P and Q are not parallel. So students, I hope all of you understood these problems. Solve the remaining problems as homework till question number 3. So remaining problems we'll see in the next video. Thank you.